then DEQ, that's why DEQ needs to be at the meeting, because DEQ is going to look up and go, okay, we'll fund it. Who owns it? Nobody owns it. Well, the county owns it. But I've sat in meetings with the county, and the county's going, yeah, we kind of own it on paper, but we don't want it. So it
Guarantee that happens again.
yeah. So that particular, is a conversation that does need to be had. And it will impact, you're correct, not only design, but budgets on every direction. So that to me is a huge subject. It's a little more complicated to me than even rumbling ball. I think that was easier to handle.
My understanding now, we're gonna have this meeting in January.
Okay.
Can we go ahead and action item, set it up? Is there a better week or worse week for you guys?
Is there any federal funds available anywhere while we're talking about it?
Let's go ahead.
Just tell them, talk to them about that. Just they can always keep asking.
Okay.
I have no preferred date. January is wide open.
We'll make it work.
I'm wide open.
April,
I can't do the second week.
not the second week, so anytime but the second week.
Third week of January.
We'll just set up the third week of January, and you got it.
Third week? All right, third week of January.
How about the 16th? That's Wednesday.
And the count, who's going to get a hold of the count? I can, but I don't have any authority.
You got bring us to it.
Sure you do.
Council.
You're going into their system.
Yeah.
When we turn it to 16th,
Let's do it.
Right here.
January the 16th.
So we say January 16th?
January 16th, what time, 9 o'clock?
Sure.
Because our council meeting will be on the 8th.
Yeah, the week before.
January 16th, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Here?
Yep.
They'll never make 9 o'clock.
We'll say 10
Well,
o'clock.
then give us some time.
Now, we were thinking that it really might be good to have, from the state, that's okay.
Give us
Yeah, we have to have them, yeah.
Let's not.
I mean, just not the local office, I was talking about the ones we're dealing
From
with.
Raleigh?
What time? What time?
So
Either comes the day before, stays all night, hits the morning meeting, or he does the afternoon.
Didn't the Esmeralda offer lodging?
Too many, just sit down, wait a second. They were going to be, and that'll be easy, and I will invite Mr. Poland.
And he comes not before, so he's not.
Yeah.
All right, so January 16th, 9 a.m.
And seriously, if any logic needs to be done, gratuity-wise, or grass, we can do that.
Yeah, I had Chimney Rock, Lake Lord, Dewey, Field, Rutherford County, UAB, and Brown. Who else we talked about?
On the 16th.
Be there.
Did you put NCT?
NCT here?
Yeah, D's here, yeah, he did.
Did you say Roman Ball and?
No.
This one's just
This is for Chimney Rock.
Mr. Walker, get that list one more time.
Chimney Rock, Lake Lord.
Family electrician. No,
Instant
no, no.
business, right?
Yeah.
We're good, okay, I got it.
All right. Shannon just handed me, this is the letter that we sent on behalf of the town to to DEQ, committing ourselves to certain deadlines, the first of which we have already passed, but we have at least the verbal commitment that'll be okay, yeah, from the state, from the people that received this. And that was revised engineering report submittal was due on December 3rd of this month. So this month, December 3rd. The next date, it seems like it's way off in the future, but it's when they have to review our engineer report, which I'm sure is a lot longer than it actually took to produce our engineering report, and that is May 1st. So the state is committing and accepting this to get back to, have all the issues resolved and have the report approved and all those things out of the way by May. And then once that's done, then we can get into design. I'm guessing we're probably going to be progressing a little on the design even during that period, right, Jeffrey?
I think we are really,
Yep.
and because we've got such bigger, for instance, Chimney Rock, we're kicking off really here with that.
And then the design has to be completed, approved. I assume they don't have a step in there for their, they need a whole package for bids and design by November 1st of 2019. That's when,
So we need to really, as a group, answer a lot of issues for that to happen. So Jeffrey to have it designed by November 1st.
and then they have until March to approve it. I mean, to work out all the issues and approve it. And then we can go ahead and advertise and bid it and award a contract by July 1st, 2020. And then they're saying we would have till August to actually execute that contract, and to where with an NTP and construction would begin. And then we have said it's probably going to take about 3 years to finally get that system ready to turn the key and everybody's over.
And there's a lot of discussions to be ready by November, which is design.
So it seems like a long time, but it's not really that long at all. So we need to really stay on track here and stay on it, hard, heavy, to get it done properly. So, yeah. Anything else?
No, that's good. I just wanted you guys to hear that timeline and get a feel for where we are. We'll talk about some next week, but I wanted you to hear what's in the letter, what we're committed to.
They're committed, yeah. And they have said to us, unfortunately, if you miss any of these deadlines, you have put your loan in jeopardy. They have, yeah. They sent us a letter back and basically said that, which really scared us a bit that we've missed the first one. Right off the bat.
Yeah. We're really happy.
I think the guideline was trying to keep you on track instead of letting you drag it out. And they keep the strong language in there because they are pretty flexible.
They're very happy to hear about these workshops.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I think the other thing that they've laid on us is that we used to have a SOC, right?
Yes, sir.
They had refused to give us another SOC. So basically, every time there's a violation out there, that they ring up a fine that they haven't pressed to collect, but the obligation sits out there, and that the register's already rang a couple of times already, and we're not even starting here, you know. So I imagine by the time these dates roll up, there's going to be a pretty large financial penalty in addition to losing the loan that we would be obligated for. I hope everybody in town realizes that. This isn't something we're just doing on our...
So Jeffrey said it yesterday, he said, they finally said, no more SOC, that process is no longer valid in this. Fix it. Yeah, that's where we are. That's where we are.
And I think it would be good to impress that upon your neighbor too, Chimney Rock, because they need to understand, like you're saying, we just did up and decided to do this scope of a project. It's the hammer has been applied.
I have said it is the largest decision made by this town ever. The dam when it was built, didn't have to make that decision. This is the largest decision made ever by this town. It's not a decision, it's the largest project we got to take care of, problem we got to fix.
The decision's been made, we gotta do it.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, we have a motion for adjournment, a second? Second? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned.
My questions in.
That's a handful.
We're going to roll it out.